Okay, class. This topic is the continuation of our last video, the solving quadratic equations by completing the square, part 3, in Math with Teens. So last time, we already discussed the first part and the second part, and that is what must be added. So now, I will give you the steps on how to solve quadratic equations by completing the square. The first one is divide both sides of the equation by a, then simplify. The second one, write the equation such that the terms with variables are on the left side of the equation and the constant term is on the right side. The third one, add the square of 1/2 of the coefficient of x on both sides of the equation. The left side of the equation becomes a perfect square trinomial. The fourth one, express the perfect square trinomial on the left side of the equation as a square of binomial. The fifth, solve the resulting linear equation by extracting the square root. 6. Solve the resulting linear equations. And the last one, check the solutions obtained against the original equation. So I will give you an example. Number 1. Find the solutions of the equation 3x squared plus 12x minus 15 equals 0 by completing the square. Let us follow the steps. Step number 1. Divide both sides of the equation by a, then simplify. So our a here in 3x squared plus 12x minus 15 is the coefficient of the first term. And the coefficient of the first term is 3. So we will divide these all terms in 3. So that 3x squared divided by 3 is x squared. 12x divided by 3 is 4x. And 15 divided by 3 is 5. Our equation now is x squared plus 4x minus 5 equals 0. So in our second step, write the equation such that terms with variables are on the left side of the equation and the constant term is on the right side. So our constant term is 5. We will transpose this into the right side. So we are going to add by 5. Add by 5 both sides to eliminate the constant on the left side. So it becomes x squared plus 4x minus 5 plus 5 equals 0 plus 5. So the result is x squared plus 4x is equal to 5. Okay, our third step is add the square of 1/2 of the coefficient of x on both sides of the resulting equation. The left side of the equation becomes a perfect square trinomial. So our left side is x squared plus 4x. Then our right side is 5. So we're going to write plus blank equals plus blank. So meaning what must be added to make it perfect square trinomial? So how do we get the last term? It is said, get the half of the coefficient of x. So the coefficient of x is 4. Divided by 2 is equal to 2, then times itself is 4. So that our resulting now is x squared plus 4x plus 4 is equal to 5 plus 4. So the last term is 4. We add both sides. The fourth, express the perfect square trinomial on the left side of the equation as a square of binomial. So what is the square of binomial of this perfect square trinomial? So get the square root of 4, and that is 2. So that our square of binomial is x plus 2 quantity squared, then 5 plus 4 is 9. Okay, step number 5. Solve the resulting quadratic equation by extracting square root. So how can we eliminate the quantity squared? So we need to extract square root. So we're going to write square root sign both sides. And before the square root or radical sign, you must write positive or negative. So the result is x plus 2 is equal to the positive or negative 3 because the square root of 9 is 3. Number 6. Solve the resulting linear equations. So the resulting linear equation, x plus 2 is equal to 3. You are going to get the positive 3. The other one, we are going to get negative 3. So x plus 2 equals 3 become x is equal to 3 minus 2. Transpose positive become negative. And 3 minus 2 is 1. The other one is x plus 2 is equal to negative 3. So you're going to transpose positive 2 become negative 2. So x is equal to negative 3 minus 2. X is equal to negative 5. Our solutions are 1 or negative 5. Okay, how about the last step? Our last step is check the solutions obtained against the original equation. For x equals 1, so we need to substitute into 3x squared plus 12x minus 15 equals 0. Substitute 1. So 3 times 1 quantity squared plus 12 times 1 minus 15 equals 0. So 1 times 1 is 1. So 3 times 1 is 3. Then 12 times 1 is 12 minus 15. So 12 minus 15 is negative 3. Then 3 minus 3 is equal to 0. Then 0 is equal to 0. Check. How about if x is negative 5? So we're going to substitute 3 times the negative 5 squared plus 12 times negative 5 minus 15 equals 0. Negative 5 times negative 5 is positive 25. So 3 times 25 is 75. Then 12 times negative 5 is negative 60 minus 15. So it becomes negative 75. So that 75 minus 75 is 0. So that 0 is equal to 0. Our solutions are correct. Both values of x satisfy the given equation. So the equation 3x squared plus 12x minus 15 equals 0 is true when x equals 1 or x equals negative 5. Our answer now, the equation 3x squared plus 12x minus 15 equals 0 has two solutions, x equals 1 or x equals negative 5. So class, that is our first example. So that's all for today. Next video, I will give you a more example about solving quadratic equation by completing the square. So don't forget to like and share my YouTube channel, Math with Teens. Thank you for watching.